got the Titans' superstar linebacker, who's really been a force from his linebacker spot, now up to 10 sacks this season. It's the Titans and the Bengals, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Titans now for their first. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Titans sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Fields. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They go up the middle with Campbell. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Fields on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jalen Hyatt, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
On play action, Fields. That one finds Hyatt. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Teague, and able to work his way down to the 16. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Teague. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra points have been good. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 88 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Burrow looking to pass. Here's Booker on the catch. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. You talk about this Titan defense. They were excellent last week, and they went over the Chargers.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey. I'm quite sure that they envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. Again, they run with Campbell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run. It's Campbell. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
A give, running left is Campbell. And this time he is in. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Marsh. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Now, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 36. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, we're going out right here. Right.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
That's caught. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not willing. fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals set to take over. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
11 empty, 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're
under pressure. They got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over first and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Teague. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Teague. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Teague. And this time they were ready for him. Tackled on the play by Miles Murphy. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Extend.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really...
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got Booker. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And depending
down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Play there, taking it in, and the Titans are able to add on. lead.
The kicker on 4-point.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
For the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there, not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it. Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, it's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now it's Burrow. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. So we've reached halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 67 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to... third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now. T, and only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They'll keep it on the ground. T. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. The partner still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. T, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And it's a Titans touchdown. Marvin Mims, 27 yards. And the Titans continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
12.
Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Bengals.
Up the middle they go. It's Marsh. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Marsh. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
11, MT. 11, Mighty. 11, Mighty.
On 2nd down, it's Marsh. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. McPherson's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to claw one back. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 1.
11.
Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. For the first down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's second and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. On first and 10, Hopkins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Burrow's throw caught. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Burrow on first down. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35, here's second down and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he's up to the 44-yard line.
A gain of 5 yards. And the Bengal first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Bengals.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Marsh. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
At the 7-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Option play. Here's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Looking to throw. Hopkins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll try to run this one in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And bulldozing his way through. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he is caught, finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.